a lot of Shulk players will ride out an art until it's completely unusable anymore.
Right.
And what I like about Soularts is that he's willing to put it away.
Fast
You know what?
swap,
I'm not seeing the opportunity, and let me just put it away.
That's
but
good.
the thing is that Snake is one of those characters, depending on how you play, you may not even be able to get in at all. And this is kind of what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, the large sword is going to be really helpful until you actually connect and there's a grenade in Snake's hand, and then things start getting a little bit tougher for you. So you're going to need some of these good arts like speed, jump, to mix up your mobility tools and get in different approach angles, because Snakes are going to be looking for pretty much some of the same stuff, right? Dash attack to try to break your zone if you're putting it up, or some of these grenade throws, you know, mixed with cooking them a little bit to try to make sure he can catch you off guard.
Very, very true. And so far, I think we've kind of seen how Grape's kind of game plan is going so far. It's really just kind of zoning Soularts to be in a very uncomfortable position. Can't really go to any platform because there's always a projectile waiting there, whether it be a grenade or C4. And so far, Soularts just still trying to figure out how to get in, because honestly, what Snake does is just build a wall, and how do you really get around it?
Unfortunately, you don't really get to do too much, and getting your shield art expended is kind of unfortunate because you're at 133. You might need that to recharge very quickly, especially since you are now looking like you're looking down the barrel of Nikita.
There we go, though. Gonna use the jump to get away, but once again, this is what we talked about a little bit earlier. Soularts will put the art away and then say, you know what, I'll save it for later, but unfortunately switching to smash art, but he was probably gone regardless with that down throw up tilt.
Yep. Yeah, true combo at 160 on midweight characters. You cannot count this character out. He will have the break in case of emergency glass option. And there it is. We're looking at the C4 creating some pressure mid-stage. I like that so far Grape has been pretty consistent about where he's placing them, but that's where things get interesting, right? Because he wants to just funnel Soularts into the right routes that he wants him to take.
And this is the thing with Snake and why people always think that Snake is such a pain to fight. What Grape is doing so well right now is they are covering every option. You see, every single time they go to recover, there's a grenade already out and active. Right. So it's good on Grape to be able to kind of just say, you know what, it doesn't matter where you go, I'm always safe no matter where I go. Excellent
pressure leading to the poke. That is what you're looking for. Being able to use both the explosions, your nice aerial tools, and then being able to reset on landing to get that up tilt. A fantastic kill tool.
Yeah, for sure. Here we go, though, looking for anything. Just trying to find a way in. Okay. Once again, it's so difficult sometimes to get a KO on Snake because while Snake is very skinny in the hitboxes, Snake is so heavy.
I know, and at this point, he definitely is looking for some of these early stocks as well, and at least a lot of percent. He knows that this is a good time, and things are starting to rack up very quickly when you have the Buster art.
That was crazy. That back air was also really solid, but there was a very strong chance that that grenade could have done something if Soularts was not on the shield art.
Right, and that actually worked because he was in jump art. You actually take more knockback. There are some vulnerabilities to using each of the arts, and actually being sent off a la Acceleratle for hero is a risk that sometimes when you're just trying to jump over Snake, it's not always as possible as you might think.
Yeah, it's very, very true. Well, we're going to Hollow Bastion if you couldn't hear it in the background. What do you think about Hollow Bastion, especially in this matchup with a smaller ceiling?
I think it's going to be tough, right? Yeah, of course, the Snake explosions, more volatile. But you still have the ability to use some good stuff with Shulk. A lot of his, his sharking tools do kind of send you at that angle where you're going to be able to kill. The big platform, I think, is going to be even more important because Shulk can create a lot of space around that.
Yeah, I totally agree. But once again, I feel like Soularts is getting a little bit more confident now than what we saw at the beginning of last match. I feel like they were trying to find their way in, but it's something about the grenade that seems to kind of spook them off. But so far, looking really good with the speed art combo.
Yeah, I like it. Going aggressive enough to try to challenge the Cypher as well. Not a lot of people really want to make Snake pay for going with that upper recovery. But I like the ideas so far. And holding that shield all the way through to actually pop Grape with his own grenade. I like the ideas. We just need to see them happen in a way that actually takes the stock right now. He's working so hard for very little payoff.
Yeah, this is what I was kind of worried about going to this stage. We talked about this a little bit earlier, is the smaller ceiling. I mean, once again, Grape seems completely comfortable, not really jumping out of any disadvantage. The C4s and the grenades are placed pretty perfectly to cover anything that Soularts wants to do.
Right, and I think one of the main differences between these two characters and what's really kind of widening this gap is the fact that Snake has so many non-committal options, and everything Shulk does is a commitment.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult because once you go in, you're really not able to get out unless you either get hit or hit yourself, right? It's like you need to do something. And now that unfortunate forced error is going to lead to a two-stock lead right now for Grape.
Yeah, Grape is once again pretty comfortable. Honestly, maybe an up tilt with Smash Art would be doing it, but unfortunately, Soularts is not going to have Smash Art for a little bit. Forward throw is going to be the option. Once again, Grape seems so comfortable. Doesn't really push anything, but once again, every single time they are coming back to the stage, they always have a grenade in hand, and C4 is ready to go to cover any option.
Exactly. You've literally got your Batman belt of items, and there it is. Going to catch with the a little bit of a wonky hit screen, but hey, it is what it is. The up air is going to take that one, and that's the danger of going to Hollow Bastion that we did mention.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Those kill options for Snake are even more potent.
Yep. I talk about this all the time when I'm on commentary because I see it all the time.
Right.
Players are like, I mean, we talked about this last time we cast together Homecoming, right?
Yeah.
I love Town and City. Town and City is great. And then you're bringing a character like Falco to Town and City.
Right, Falco
and,
or Roy. It's like, you know.
Like, you got to remember the character that you're fighting against.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's a good stage for you, but you might be even picking a better stage for your opponent. So, Hollow Bastion, definitely not my favorite, but of course, there's a lot of stages MDBA has legal, a very big stage list. But once again, good showing from Grape. Once again, that is going to be Canada's also here. We talked about everybody who's here.